dream on, and my imagination will thrive upon that kiss. Sweetheart, I ask no more than this, a kiss to build a dream on.
Hi, welcome to Monterey's Cooking. John Pisto, special guest today, Michael Bolton, folks. Michael, welcome to the show.
Great to see you.
What a pleasure.
Great to be here.
Real pleasure. One of
Thank
the
you.
greatest entertainers of all times, folks, with us today. Really honored to have
Thank
you.
you.
Okay?
Master Chef, I'm honored to be here.
Well, Michael, I tell you, when I heard that you were going to be on our show, thanks to the doc and Teresa, I said, boy, oh boy, I said, anything you want to learn how to cook, I'd be more than happy to show you. And folks, we talked about it, and you know, we're going to do some eggplant dishes. But before we get into that, you know, folks, Michael, you've been singing. You got quite a history, which, you know, classically trained. And please tell some stories about when you started, and especially when you went to Italy. And just listen to this.
Let's
folks.
just eat instead. Let's go over here and eat this. Well, you know, I started when I was really young. I've been singing probably since I was, you know, 9, 10 years old, which is over 10 years ago. And I was basically a 20-year overnight success story. And when I finally started having hits, I had already started writing songs for other artists, from Barbra Streisand to Kiss to Cher, Joe Cocker, you know, just everything from rock and roll to country to pop. And then I started having hits, and people said, "Oh, that's the guy. Wasn't he a songwriter?" You know. And then you start to become a household name. You sell, if you're fortunate enough, you sell a lot of records. And you get to a point where you think, what can I do next? I mean, you probably have the equivalent in your world. Like, what can I do next? Like, maybe a goat in China or something like that you have to chop up. I don't know. But for me, it was an invitation to sing with Luciano Pavarotti, to sing with the maestro, the greatest tenor that ever lived. And I had to learn Italian in about 2 weeks. I had to study. I had to learn how to hold a high C and sing these beautiful melodies, but really do it seriously. And my record completely went insane in Italy. I did, my greatest hits record went to #1, so I got back home and I started studying Italian. And it opened up an entire world to me. And it shows you don't have to be limited, you know, and again, spilling over into the areas of, you know, Michael, everything we do.
Your diction, the Italian, the letters, the pronunciation, I mean, just exact, perfect. I mean,
Grazie. So let's get on with it. No. Prego. You know, I don't know how, you know, it depends also. You learn, when you're learning Italian, you find that there are people in northern Italy, there are people in Sicily, there are people from everywhere.
All different accents.
And it would be kind of like someone coming over to the States and trying to learn English, but they started in Alabama. You know?
Oh boy! Yeah.
And then they thought this was English, you know. But that is English, if you know what I'm saying.
Sure,
and then they're up north, and then there's a Boston accent and a New York accent, and in a way you have to learn kind of the center of what Italian accent is, and sing from that place. The most important thing is the passion, because that's what moves people.
You have
know?
it. Let me tell you.
That's our job. This is what, you know.
The name of that album, so people know. If you love opera, or you just love Michael Bolton and his incredible voice, the name
that's the arias is called My Secret Passion, the Arias, and that's all opera, and it's the greatest masterpieces of opera.
Just unbelievable, unbelievable.
So, you know, it's great that through the years you do what makes you successful, and it's all about singing, and it's all about your first passion, but you're allowed to step over here and say, you know what, I want to do this.
Yes.
And I feel like doing a blues record, and I feel like, and that's the new, my new CD is called Vintage.
Oh, you just happen to have it?
What a coincidence. What are the odds?
Can I say something? We're playing this in my 4 restaurants, and I tell you, people, when we play at the house, and we're having dinner, when we put this on, people will get up from dinner and start dancing at our table. I mean, this is what this record does. I mean, Michael,
that means it's doing its job.
Super gold here.
Thanks. I mean, thanks. It's doing really well. Thank you.
You got another one coming out also?
Yeah, I have one after another coming. So,
folks, this is the one. You want it? This is absolutely fabulous music.
This is also my promotion, man. We're going to take it around the country. We're going to tour. You eat, I sing, you know, that kind of a thing.
I'm sincere about this one.
It's songs from the 40s and 50s and that are every songwriter aspires to write what we call standards. Songs that are going to outlive us all. You know, they're going to take care of our families and they're going to outlive our families. And that's what's on this record, is just masterpieces.
Look for this one. And when we come back, we're going to start doing a little cooking. Welcome back, folks. Our special guest today, Michael Bolton. Man, big guy here, folks. Mike, love to have you here.
5'11". It's my honor to be here.
Okay,
The
Michael
master.
is a...
I didn't mean it, John. I was kidding. I saw the eggplant was cut exactly.
Michael is a vegetarian, and I asked him what kind of food he'd like me to prepare, and he says he likes eggplant, and he likes eggplant parmigiana. So I said, you know what? I guarantee you've never seen it done this way. And this has a little bit of oil to it, but let me show you. First of all, you got to pick out some good eggplant. When you buy eggplant, Michael, make sure it's real heavy. Look at this guy; it's like a cannonball. Holy moly!
That's a heavy eggplant. Okay, go back. I'll give you a lead.
Now you know
That is a heavy eggplant.
Yep, that's a nice one. Now we're going to do tomato sauce.
Yeah, people in there. What's for Yes. Tomato
Okay, tomato sauce. We got, all tomatoes are everyone's different. And every year, as the pack changes, what may be good this year is after you eat it the following year, it's sour and it's not good. So you really have to taste your tomatoes. Okay. So here this
know your tomatoes.
Very important, folks. Now the tomato I like to use is the San Marzano from Italy, and it's usually DOC. Okay. And which means that this is regulated, and where it's grown, and how much fertilizer they can use, and I mean, really a regulated, like a wine, domain, same thing. Okay, so the tomatoes are very important. If they're too acidy, it's okay to put sugar. It really is.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do first.
It's 3 in these.
Well, let me show you these two. These are a new pack from Sicily. These are those little cherry tomatoes. You ever try these?
Love them. Yeah, not this specific
These
type.
make a tremendous sauce. All right. Drain the water, smash them up. Very good.
And I know a lot about tomatoes actually, because when we were playing in bands early on, if they didn't like you, they threw them at you. and you do different acidic tastes, a different sweetness. We find that out. But those days are gone.
Okay. Thank God.
Thank God indeed.
Okay, I'm going to show you how to do individual Parmigianas. And what we're going to do, very easy, is I'm going to brush this. This is just olive oil. See, instead of frying it, which, eggplant has that tendency to soak up so much oil. So what we're going to do is just like this, very easily, and we're going to grill this first. And what I've made was a marinara sauce, very simple.
That looks so great.
Tomato with some peas in it. And, okay, so this is going to take a few minutes.
I've been staring that sauce down, by the way. That's delicious looking sauce.
Let's talk about your diet. And do you cook at home?
I got to tell you that I am so good with a microwave oven. I can usually hit the on button, 1 out of 4 times, no problem.
Does that mean no? You don't cook?
I tried to boil water once, and I burned the pot.
Wow.
Is that
okay.
I travel all the time. I travel all the time. And this is why I love to come visit you and have everything you make is great. I don't know how you do it, but every single thing, every single choice is so delicious and so well prepared.
Very kind.
And I'm spoiled because I get to enjoy your talents, and I don't spend a lot of time in the kitchen except talking to my daughters, hanging out with my daughters while they push the buttons on the microwave oven. I'm a single dad, so don't know a lot about cooking.
Well,
but you can teach me.
You think you'd want to learn to cook?
Sure, some things.
Well,
sure.
What I'm going to do. This is one of my pans that we make. I'm going to send one home to you.
Excellent.
And then you can do this if you ever want eggplant parmesan real quick. I mean, you'll see. I mean, it's very simple. And you don't have to make your own sauce if you don't want. You can buy the stuff in the bottle. I've never tasted it. I don't know if it's any good or not. But, I mean, if you wanted to really eat some good food very, very easily and very quickly, instead of eating
But why don't I just get the sauce from you? Why don't you make your own sauce here and start sending it to me? You know what I mean?
How do we send that? I can send it.
Pistos,
I can send it. I think we can
marinara,
I think we can do that.
vegetariano. Or something. Now, we talked about this. There are different types of vegetarians. I'm the
Yes.
type of vegetarian who, I'm a spoiled vegetarian. I don't want to really limit myself that much. I don't eat meat or fish, but I like my friends to enjoy
That's nice.
whatever they're eating. I want somebody, you like lamb chops? Eat them right next to me.
Good.
You like steak, rear? That animal, a good veterinarian can have it jumping over a fence in a week. I don't care. You know, whatever it is,
That's
have it
nice.
right near me. But I just want all my friends to enjoy what they're doing, you know. And,
Very good. That's
but,
nice of you.
You know, people like you make it easier for me to eat. So,
Good.
what about this sauce? Can you start making your own sauce and sending it to me, or to the nation?
If you want it, hey, you get it. It'll be there.
National
It'll be
kind
there.
of thing, you know. Or, yeah.
It'll be. I'll send it. I think I can send it frozen. I'm sure I can send it frozen. I'll put it in little bags for you. How's that? Whatever you need,
sure,
just pull it
sure.
out.
Shipments.
Microwave
Shipments of sauce.
All right. You like the sauce, huh?
I love it. I love every sauce you made.
Okay, this is almost ready to be put in the oven. You see how this is? Don't touch it though. See how it's soft? It's cooking right
Why,
here.
is this hot?
It's hot.
Just kidding.
We'll be right back with Michael Bolton, folks, so stay tuned. You see, this is cooked beautifully.
That's amazing.
See that? It's just like a waffle. And this is almost all the way cooked. Now, this is what you got to do. You do a little bit of salsa. This.
Now, what's in the tomato sauce? So
I
that's
got peas,
looks delicious.
onions, and basil, and
Why does it look
garlic.
so good? It looks unbelievable.
Now, see, we put cheese in the bottom, and then seasoned breadcrumbs, Italian breadcrumbs. Did you taste those artichokes I made last night?
I did, yes.
This is
Delicious,
the same
yeah.
secret to this, and I'll tell you, it's, and that's all I'm going to tell you, folks.
That's a secret?
But this is really the secret.
No
of this.
one would ever guess that secret.
You're good, Michael. Okay, this
Oh,
is
the
going to go in the
artichokes,
oven for 5 minutes.
5
and
minutes.
it's done.
Okay.
Francesco, gracias. Thank you very much. Michael, your tour, I know you are touring. You are working a lot.
I love to sing, you know? You love to cook?
Yes.
You love to create?
Man.
I love to write, produce, and tour. And the payoff for an artist through all the years is performing. Just getting up on stage, and the pure love of singing.
Gosh.
It all comes back to that, like, you know, what you wanted to do when you were a kid. And it's amazing to be able to do that. And we tour. If I do 70 shows a year, I do about 90 rounds of golf.
Wow.
And we're looking for good places to eat all the time as well. You
Yes,
know?
yes.
Keep us spoiled.
Now,
that
you
way.
eating in vegetarian restaurants? So you go to good
really.
restaurants that they cook, the chefs will cook for you?
I'm not a. I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea. It's not that I'm not recommending it. I'm not a health food person. I know all about it because I was really strict. I've been a vegetarian for 32 years.
I was one when I started.
Yeah. I just love to enjoy the eating experience, so I don't limit myself that much.
You like cheeses, I noticed.
Love cheese, and you know, every time you got to try this. You got to try. I don't want to say no. That cheese came from a goat over the Afghani border. No, I want to enjoy it. So, you know, all those great different cheeses, and learning about it. When I spend time with you, I learn about where they come from and why they're so good. And then, you know, I just love to find great food, great restaurants that I travel.
You know, it's
Exploration, discovery.
Yeah.
This sauce is screaming at me.
You
This
like
sauce
this
is
one?
so
Okay, all
good.
Okay,
Yeah, it
you
is.
know, I thought we would, if we have the time, I was going to show you how to do another Parmesan. And this one is a thin one. Okay? And this is the one that's more traditional, you know, with the layers.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do that.
I eat a lot of eggplants.
You see
that
how
way.
this is? But you'll see, I think once you get used to eating that thick one, you won't do this one, because this is a little bit extra work.
See, why do I have a feeling if I cut the eggplant, it would not look the way these slices do? It'd be kind of chunky
Well.
and sideways. And
Well, a little experience here is
I
all.
guess it would be like you getting up on stage and singing a couple of
Well,
songs.
you wouldn't want to hear that. I'll tell
That'd
you
be
that right
interesting.
now. We're talking hound dog.
Give me a high C.
Okay, so Michael, you see what I did? Slice them thin, put them on the grill. Okay, this is the traditional Parmigiana. However, it's not fried. And we're going to pick up some smoke flavor from the grill because of the burnt, you know?
I see.
So it's going to taste a little bit outdoorsy.
Better than fried. Better
Yeah.
than fried.
And you know, it's faster and not as messy. You know, by the time you bread it and you, Mike,
I just wanted to show you that this is because you've been teaching me a lot, and I want to
Yes.
teach you that when you sing,
yes.
especially when you're trying to hit some high notes, you might. Okay, well that's without practicing or warming up this, but what you should never do
Yes.
is never do this. Because you'll strain your voice. So you never want to do that.
Oh man,
We learned that early on.
that's good. That's a good one.
Do you have any more props, please? All right, what were you saying before I so
Okay.
rudely interrupted?
Thank you. That was cute.
This is better than frying.
Okay,
You get
so
more
now,
flavor this
so
way.
now we're going to do, right, we should do this first. Cheese first, a little bit of breadcrumb, a little bit of tomato, not a lot. You don't want to drown it.
Love that sauce, though.
See that? See that? See that? Now this is the more traditional cheese again, and I use only Romano. You know, the one's got some.
Why?
Because of forti, it's got flavor.
The full flavor.
It's goat, you know, that's made from sheep's milk, and it's got flavor.
For a second, I thought he said goat. Oh, I thought you said goat. Can't tell that joke. Not on this show.
Okay, and you know something? That's
Yeah,
it.
That looks great.
Francesco in the oven. Gracias. So that is it.
That's my favorite dish on its way.
We're gonna let that cook, and when we come back, we're gonna do our new segment. And Michael's going to ask me a question, or ask the chef, and he's going to ask me a question, and we're going to answer it, I hope. Okay? So we'll be...
I thought you said goat. Goat.
This is the time we're doing a new segment called Ask the Chef. Okay? You know, I write a newspaper column called Ask the Chef. So, Michael, it's your turn to ask the chef.
Chef,
Yes.
my wife doesn't like to. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a different segment.
This is...
Wait a second. I'm not even married. Okay. Maybe we should. All right. A different question.
Yes.
Sauce.
Yes.
Because I love tomato sauce. I love marinara sauce. I love all kinds of different combinations of sauce. But it's about the tomatoes, the sweetness, and how do you make a consistently great tomato sauce? What's the secret?
You know what? This is probably the most asked question we get in our column of how to make a sauce. The funny thing is, I can get 5 chefs here, give everyone the same ingredients. They'll all make the sauce, and everyone will taste different. Why?
Because they don't know what they're talking about, and you do.
Well, no, no. But it's just everyone's got a different touch.
Oh.
See? So there's some basic things you got to do with sauce. Number 1, olive oil. And some people say onions, some say don't. I say onions. Some nice yellow onion. Chopped garlic. Good amount. And some chopped parsley. Whoop, that's hot. Okay, and coarse chop. I don't know what that is, but...
Oh. It wasn't moving.
Okay, coarse chop. And again, the tomatoes. Now, these tomatoes I'm using, the San Marzano. Now, let me show you something on this tomato. These tomatoes, unlike a lot of the tomatoes, when you touch them, they're still hard, and they stay hard. So, I mean, you really have to, these are picked so ripe, these will disintegrate in the sauce. And that's what you want.
They look great. Yeah.
These are real good. I mean, they're good enough to eat just like that. I'll give it a little bit of crushed red pepper. Everything I make, I put crushed pepper in it.
Everything.
Almost everything. Okay, turn it on high. Now, while that's sauteing, here's our eggplant.
Wow.
that came out.
Look at that.
Michael, this is ready to eat.
Looks so good.
It's ready to eat. Look, it's cooked beautifully.
All right, that's another question.
Uh-huh.
What is this? Where did eggplant come from? What's the name eggplant? Why do you call it eggplant? What's that all
Okay,
about?
eggplant originally is from the Middle East. Okay? I think it's Turkey is where it originated. And originally, eggplant was white. And that's why they called it eggplant. And then they started developing other colors, and it ended up being purple now. But you can still find, in Thailand, you can still find white eggplant. And I've seen them before. They're little small ones. They look like eggs.
Eggs.
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
I was
in
curious
Mexico,
about that.
you know, they have a nice name for this called huevos de toro. Huevos de toro, which I can't explain, but those of you who speak Spanish will understand.
That would be a very large egg.
Those are big eggs.
With a big egg.
Okay, this is the other one.
Yes.
Traditional. You see, I don't load it up with sauce either.
Well, it's,
See, real different.
that's delicious
Okay, let's
looking
put
on
that
it.
there.
They both look great. Different styles. This is
Different
traditional.
styles. Yes.
And what do you call this?
This is I don't know. I call it real fast. Sometimes we come home for dinner. I don't know what to eat, and I ask. She goes, "Hey, make eggplant parmesan. Make this salad, glass of wine. You got dinner. 2 minutes.
Just like
you know?
that.
Yeah. Okay. You see how this is cooking?
Wouldn't look like that if I cooked it. That's the only problem.
Okay. Look. You see this? That's it. Now, some people crush them. They put them in a blender or a food processor. I like to break it up with this. Because I like it on the chunky side. Okay, we put a little salt. So, Michael, you're going to be on tour again. You're starting when?
Going to hit the road in April 2004.
Wow.
Going to pack up, bring our golf clubs, hit the road.
How nice.
And all of America. Usually we make it around the States once or twice. Maybe do about 75, 80 shows this year.
So you San Francisco?
We'll do something in the Bay Area.
Oh, we'll be there.
Yeah.
We'll
California,
be there.
absolutely.
Okay, folks. Michael, this is it. You cook this 20 minutes. It's done. That's it.
It's amazing.
Done.
It's great.
Hey, hope to see you next year for the 18th.
The master right here.
There's a master.
Thank
hey,
you.
get his
Thanks so
albums,
much.
folks. I
Appreciate
tell you,
it.
it's the best.
Appreciate it.
Hey, so tune in next time.